testicle this time, that he wants to, and his vision is a Batman that is rooted in our reality, one that you could have easily seen on the news, you could have easily seen on TV somewhere, on a news report, obviously. And so we get Batman that is rooted in reality. And the villains follow suit. That means in Batman Begins, where the League of Assassins is the main sort of villainous entity, exists without the full-blown fantastical comic nature of the League of Assassins. The biggest omission being that there are no Lazarus pits. For those of you who don't know, Ra's al Ghul, who is the main villain in Batman Begins, is hundreds of years old. And he achieves this by bathing basically in something called the Lazarus pits, which is like these pools that are in the middle of nowhere that are restorative in nature. But the side effect of it is that whoever dips into them tends to lose their minds. That had to go. Another thing that is lost in a more realistic Batman is the timing, the world that Bruce Wayne finds himself in. I think we all know that Batman has a Robin, and that was also something else that needed to go, because Christopher Nolan felt like it was absolutely ridiculous to have a teenager running around in one of the most violent cities in that comic world. Gotham, as we know, is a cesspit of crime and violence and murder and anything bad under the sun. So that had to go as well. No Robin. But those things are crucial to Batman canon. And for that, here's the nerd part. We have to go into his timeline. We know that Batman is mostly on his own in year 1 and year 2 of the comic canon. However, many people a lot more connected to the comics than I am deduce that Dick Grayson, who is the first Robin, a little side note for those of you who might not know, there are 4 Robins in DC Comics in DC comic continuity. The first of these being Dick Grayson, who is now in continuity known as Nightwing. So in year 2 of the Batman surfacing in Gotham City, the Flying Graysons, Dick Grayson's parents, who are acrobats in a circus, they die, and Bruce Wayne takes him in as his ward. And then, according to the comic canon by those very meticulous people, Robin becomes official in about year 3. If we do a timeline cross-referencing with what happens in the movies, in the Nolan movies that is, we see that in year 2, which in canon is supposed to be the Long Halloween, this is obviously missed in the Nolan movies. And not only is that missed, even without a Robin, we miss a major event